Hey guys, it's Nathaniel here today and I'm going to tell you 6 things you need to do as a beginner photographer. Number 1 is to define your style. Me recently, I just made a Lightroom preset so that I could fix my galleries, my portfolios, and even my Instagram feed. Making this will make people want to wait for your content and stuff like that. Another one is when incorporating text, choose only 2 fonts to use. Use a serif for the title and a sans serif for the subtitle. A good place to look for fonts is dafont.com. It has a lot of fonts on its catalog, but what I use right now are from different sources, so go ahead and look at different sources. I'm sure you could find good fonts, but one thing to avoid when using fonts is to use the default font. No one wants to see Century Gothic over a very good piece of artwork over there. Number 2 is to take your time, because skills take time to develop. You cannot be a great photographer overnight. Personally, I have been operating in photography for almost 5 years, yet I have not accomplished the goals I made 5 years ago. That's also one thing to consider, is that when you're making goals, make sure they are very small, because you would want to take things one small step at a time. Number 3 is to learn all the basics. There are a lot of videos on YouTube that talk about ISO, aperture, shutter speed, white balance, and stuff like that. Here in the info card, I have a video talking about all of that. So when you are free, don't be afraid to look at how these things would really affect the photo. Number 4, do not be scared to edit. A lot of people told me before not to edit my photos, and honestly, they were right. Because of that, I asked myself 2 questions when editing. Number 1, did my edit improve or tell the story better? Because editing should be a way to improve the story, not to change something in the story. Number 2 is, am I satisfied with my photo?
I cannot deactivate until you say, you are satisfied with your care.
Well then, I'm satisfied with my care.
Because no artist would not be satisfied with the work. If all is yes, go ahead, use the photo. But if there's at least one no, do not use the photo. Keep on editing until you get these 2 questions to a yes. Number 5 is to look for inspiration. Use Pinterest or go to other Instagram accounts. It has helped me fix my galleries or make content for you guys. Really helps if you want to get audience to your blog or your Instagram or stuff like that, so that they would appreciate your work. Looking for inspiration is not a bad thing, and that's the first thing you really need to do as a beginner photographer. If you can, go join a photography workshop, because in there you could collaborate with other photographers and talk about your ideas and making up with something really big that you could do for the long run. I highly discourage joining competitions, because one thing is that when you lose or something like that, it makes you lose your motivation to do the things you love. Another thing is that in competitions, there would be no collaboration or stuff like that, because everyone is focused on winning. Number 6 is the most important one. Listen to critique. Whether it is harsh or not, people criticizing your work is the most important part of learning. Make sure though to look for the right critique. It may be a photography expert or just your audience. Any would do. Just simply asking them on what way you can improve your work or what way they would like your work to be could really help improve everything in the long run. That's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. Here is a video of photography basics, and here's another video that YouTube recommends just for you. Goodbye.